This is the 2-day Paris Museum Pass. It costs 65 euros per person, and it gives you access to 41 museums in Paris, plus 21 more chateaux and museums just outside of Paris. And the catch is that once you enter the first museum, that's when the clock starts ticking. We're gonna stay in Paris for 2 days and visit as many museums as we can for the next 48 hours.
Now the secret is to not wait until the last minute. It's valid for 2 years and it includes the Louvre and Versailles.
Now the Paris Pass Museum doesn't include the Eiffel Tower visit, but it includes some of Colin's favorite. Now with the pass, we were able to get access to Musée d'Orsay, go to the top of the Arc de Triomphe, and we're finally going to see the pendulum at the. So in this video, we're gonna visit 8 iconic museums and attractions around Paris. Of course, we'll take a break from time to time to grab a bite to eat, and we'll stay at Colin's favorite boutique hotel in the Marais. Allez, on y va.
You're gonna often find yourselves in hotels going up the stairs, which is a good thing after all the croissants I'm gonna have. Ooh, it's the Alexander Suite. Haha. Oh yeah, that'll do. That'll do.
Yeah, there you go, my darling.
Yep.
I know you knew that suite, and I wanted to make sure you got it for this adventure.
It's my favorite, I just didn't remember the number.
Yeah.
So now it's time to head out to our first stop because we're late enough in the day to start the clock ticking with our 48-hour run. And our first museum is right over here. This bizarre looking, looks like it's unfinished building, which is the Centre Pompidou. It's 4:25. By the time we get in there, it'll be 4:30, which means we have until 4:29 on Wednesday to do everything we're gonna do.
So did you print the ticket, or how does it work?
I did print the ticket, so I have a paper copy, but I have it right here on my phone.
All right.
So we can just scan it from here.
Wow, look at this with the sun too.
This is the Centre Pompidou, which is the modern and contemporary art museum in Paris. And this is a great place to go if you want something to do at night because it opens at 11 a.m. and closes at 9 p.m. So you have a nice long stretch to visit it in the evening. It is closed on Tuesdays, and the entrance ticket, if you just buy it straight out, is 16 euros per person. It's 4:46 and the clock is ticking.
So the mission is to find Andy Warhol's art.
The first one that I recognize, which is a Matisse with the Romanian blouse. There's a lot of things that I wouldn't necessarily call art.
So this painting is called Green? I think so.
Is that one called Blue?
This one, yeah, blue. And this one's black. Now we're in Andy Warhol. So that's 10 Liz's from 1963.
What is it, Antoine? I'm hoping that it's not real, but I'm looking at a horse. Wow.
Yeah, that looks pretty real.
You know, one of the things that art is supposed to do is draw out emotion. And in this place, I've been everywhere from bored to laughing to angry and like just about everywhere emotionally. That's what art's supposed to do. This is the Conciergerie. This is the palace that was built by the first king of France, King Clovis, back in the 600s. And it later and more famously became a prison during the French Revolution. This is where Marie Antoinette was kept until they took her to the guillotine. Coming here is 14 euros without the pass. And it's open from 9:30 to 6 p.m., 7 days a week. And it takes about 30 minutes to an hour. So it's not a big time commitment to be here. And it's pretty cool.
I expected it to be beautiful, but what a grand entrance.
This is where the first king of France lived. So we got a little pad here to take us through and guide us. You scan it.
And now you look it up, you point it to the hall, you get to see it. Oh, wow. This is what it looked like. It was basically a banquet hall.
That's a cell. You can see there's a little cross marked into the wall over here. I haven't seen Marie Antoinette's cell yet.
So obviously they painted it because it was a Marie Antoinette cell, but it didn't look like that when she was housed here. I mean, it looked much better than a cell of a common prisoner.
She had more room too.
Yeah.
Next, we're going to see Sainte Chapelle with the most stunning stained glass you'll imagine. Come on. And both of these have timestamp requirements, so if you book the museum pass, you definitely need to make sure that you can get them both together.
Oh, oh wow. Oh, wow.
Check that out.
Oh, wow. This is breathtaking. On a bright sunny day, it's even more gorgeous, but just right there, it's a little overcast and it's just stunning. Wow.
A chapel fit for a king?
Yeah, and I'm a little bit out of breath going up the stairs, but 70% of the stained glass windows are original, and each one of them is a story. It's the first of the movie theaters, I guess, medieval movie theaters. So this is the Sainte Chapelle. This is on Ile de la Cité. It's in the heart of Paris. It's 14 euros per person, but if you buy 2 tickets, it's 20 euros to come in here. It's actually a very quick visit because it's a tiny little chapel. It was the chapel of the King and Queen of France until the 14th century. You absolutely have to have a timestamp ticket to get in here because we've never seen it outside without a long line of people. But this is a must visit when you're in Paris.
It's 10 minutes of 12 and we're headed to lunch, so we're gonna walk over to a great little crepe spot. And that's French fast food. And now after lunch, we're headed not too far, like literally right across the street, the Musée National du Moyen Âge. This is one of the most important buildings of history north of the Loire Valley, because this is one of the first examples that are still standing of a home that had a garden in the front and a courtyard in the back. And this is where the monks of the Cluny order lived. It has the pieces from the Middle Ages, like a trifecta here, because you have French attention to art and detail, you have Italian attention to art and detail, and you have the best of the best building a tribute to God. So like the quality of the architecture, the quality of the stained glass, the little pieces and statues, I don't think you can get it any better. And the ticket to get in without the pass is 13 euros. And it's open from 9:30 in the morning until 6 o'clock in the evening, and they're closed on Mondays. And in this room over here are the tapestries. Pretty ornate room, and the way that I imagine it was painted or repainted the way that things may have been here once upon a time. This tapestry is scenes from the life of the Virgin Mary and her life before she had Christ. Here's one of courtly life with the stomping of grapes and the wine harvest. Tapestries in general were decorating the homes of very wealthy people. They were in churches. And these 6 tapestries were in one specific home. They're very fine quality, obviously. And the title of that, which is inscribed on there, it translates to "My Soul's Desire." This was really cool. And next, we're gonna walk over to the Pantheon and see some cool stuff there. This is somewhere I've been wanting to go for a long time. So I want to go inside and I want to go up around the dome on that little thing up there. I'm pretty sure we can do it.
You can go all the way up top there?
I don't think I can go in the little top, but that next layer just under the dome.
This layer here.
How about that for gorgeousness? The Pantheon is a place that honors people of science and literature and things. So you have philosophers, writers, and scientists that are buried here, including Victor Hugo, Marie Curie. You have Voltaire in here. So aside from being something really super cool to look at, this is the pendulum that was used to prove that the Earth spins on its axis.
But how is it proving that?
Well, you're gonna ask me technical questions.
Okay.
And so to come here, it's 14 euros for a ticket, and it's open, I want to say 9 to 5, but you know, basic business hours during the day, 7 days a week.
How much is it to get in?
14 euros.
Well, it looks like today we're almost even with how much we paid for the pass.
Yeah. 'Cause it's not just for French people. This is a place for people who've had an impact on France.
Yeah, cultural, scientific.
Here you have a trifecta. We have Émile Zola, Victor Hugo, and Alexander Dumas. So as much as I want to see the dome, I just found out it's only open from April to October.
So we have to come back?
We have to come back.
4 museums in one day. It's a new record for me. We're going to go back to the hotel. We're going to take a little nap. And then we're going to have a fabulous dinner tonight.
So Antoine made reservations for dinner, and now I'm very confused because we're in a part of town where I cannot even begin to imagine where he's taking me.
So it's opera singers singing while you dine. How fun is that?
This is going to be another great night. I'm excited.
The foie gras goes with the music.
This is octopus carpaccio. That's excellent.
Bravo! Bravo, bravo.
Oh yeah, just falling apart. It's delicate. It's not gamey at all. It's just very soft and tender, and just a delicate flavor, an excellent sauce.
Well, you can have a great show and a great dinner at the same time.
We didn't have to sacrifice any quality for that.
You don't. You don't have to sacrifice anything.
And that is where we're going today.
Yeah.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. How many steps? Do they have an elevator, by the way?
I don't think so.
Oh, wow.
The spirit of liberty has to fight for freedom.
Yeah, look at this. Okay, let me get it.
Get her teeth and her eyes.
And when you thought there were no more stairs, well, one more set of stairs.
Oh. So this is the Arc de Triomphe, which is the monument for soldiers. It's like a war memorial, and this is where they have the tomb of the unknown soldier. The view from the top is 360. It's stunning, fabulous. This place is open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., so it's also something you could do at night, and I'm thinking I might regret not coming here at night for the twinkling city lights.
Well, we're gonna have to come back.
We'll come back. And then it's 17 euros to get in. It's pretty easy to do, but a lot of steps, so
Yeah.
it's a good one.
So the Champs-Élysées, that leads into Place de la Concorde. And after Concorde is the Tuileries. And after the Tuileries is Le Louvre. And after the Louvre is Hôtel de Ville. And after Hôtel de Ville is Bastille. Straight down a line, straight line pretty much.
It's twinkling. You see on the base level, it's twinkling.
Oh yeah.
We had a whole bunch of fans to talk to upstairs, downstairs, all around. And so we are really running behind on our way to Les Invalides. So we have to find a taxi and go. This is amazing because we're supposed to be here at 11:30. It's 11:29. We're still outside, but we're here.
So this is the Invalids. It's a Napoleonian hospital. He took France in a very short period of time into lots of wars. And this is where all the soldiers that were injured would come to the Hospital of the Invalids. And now it's a museum of army. And this is where the tomb of Napoleon is located. I know that Napoleon was exiled on the island of Sainte. So I'm like, how is his body here? But it's just not his body, it's his ashes. They exhumed the body, got the ashes, and brought it here and give them a resting place. And that's where it is.
The Museum des Invalides is actually a series of museums. You have the Museum of the Army, the Museum of Plans and Relief, the Cathedral Dome, and so we scanned our ticket multiple times, but they all come together for one 15-euro ticket. And it's open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. They have in here like the evolution of French armor, like the knights in armor.
Oh,
they
I see
have
that.
stuff from World War I, World War II. They have Charles de Gaulle. Everything from King Louis up to Napoleon is in here. They have the relief maps, the 3D relief maps. There's tons of cool stuff in here. It's funny, I never really wanted to come here because I'm not a big fan of war, and I just thought it would be boring. But the more I looked into it for this 48 hours, the more excited I am to see the stuff in here. So we're gonna have a very typical French lunch in a new place we've never been that I want to try.
Yeah, the guy that's the near. That's the smallest restaurant I've ever been to. It's amazing.
Smallest and shortest.
Yeah.
Check that out.
Wow.
That is wild boar with carrots and roasted potatoes. And she said it was pretty darn good. Oh, let me take a little potato with the sauce. Oh.
So this is sanglier, which is wild boar, right?
Yep, that is a wild boar. My friend was serious when she told me this is home cooking in Paris.
Yeah.
I am happy with this lunch.
All right, so I got rigatoni with chicken and mushroom in a cream sauce. Excellent.
So we just finished a fabulous lunch and we're a little bit ahead of schedule. So we gained 15 minutes. There will be no problem for our next and last, like the number 8th museum in a couple of days. We're headed to the Museum d'Orsay, which is just a quick walk up the road. This place is much less overwhelming than the Museum du Louvre, built in an old train station, and the architecture alone is stunning. This is where you're going to find the Impressionist art and a lot of pretty amazing, well-known things. You'll see the Van Gogh section here. You'll have Whistler's Mother, Degas' Ballerina. This is a perfect way for us to wrap up our 48-hour museum excursion in Paris. The tickets for Museum d'Orsay are 17 euros, and it's open from 9 to 6:30, closed on Mondays. It's a pretty awesome space to come and immerse yourself in fabulous art. This busy spot is the Van Gogh room. This one is the cathedral in Auvers-sur-Oise, the little town where he died.
Yeah, we live close to it.
Here.
We'll go see the Starry Night.
You're gonna do the Starry Night? This one?
Lily pads.
Claude Monet.
But what I love about this Orsay is that you really have like all the great painters of Pavlov.
The ones I knew about without really studying it.
Yeah, there she is.
See one of these
Now
guys
we're
right
getting
here.
to it. Oh wow, Monet.
It's really remarkable to stand in the same room with this much amazing art. 8 museums in 48 hours. Let's go outside. We'll have a seat and tell you if we thought it was all worth it. Come on.
All right, so it's been 48 hours. We've done 8 museums. And the question of the video was, is the Paris Past Museum worth it? So Colleen, why don't you tell us your impression of the 48 hours with
the Paris Museum Pass?
Yes.
We got to see tons of stuff that we had never seen before. And if I was here visiting for a few days in Paris, I think it's absolutely worth it to do that because you're going to get to see a lot of the stuff that you would probably not otherwise see. Financially, it was a great option.
If you're going to be here for 4 or 5 days and you want to hit as many museums, for example, for a couple of days out of your stay here, then it's a great way to have access to tons of museums for one low price and you don't get a great bargain.
Now we took the 2-day pass, but they also have a 4-day pass and a 6-day pass, which gives you access to all those museums as well. And it becomes even of a better bargain if you're taking the 4-day pass and the 6-day pass, because the price doesn't increase exponentially. It just increases a little bit, but it gives you more time. So I think probably the 4-day is the best bargain, my humble opinion. Now, if you're interested in the Paris Museum Pass, I'm going to put a link in the description below, but there is also the Paris Pass, which literally includes the Paris Museum Pass and a whole bunch of other stuff like the bateau bus and the hop-on and hop-off buses. It includes a lot of things. So I'm going to put a link in the description. Just click on it, check it out, and see if it's a good fit for you.
If you like this video with 8 museums on the Museum Pass, next I would watch this one on things to avoid in Paris, or this one with how long it takes to do things so you can plan the perfect itinerary.